All right, so we're good. Let's start. This looks so nice. Whoever this is, I suspect this is Dara, but this is very good. This is so good. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. This is so nice. Um, Actually, there's nothing I need to say. It's actually fine. There's anything I say is just unnecessary adjuster. Okay, maybe this phone number. So the reason why you don't want to space it out this much is usually more difficult to read that way. So what you want to do for something like this is instead of increasing the line spacing like this, instead of increasing the line heights, you do the regular division 1, 2, gigahertz. So the reason why they do this thing is it makes it easy. It's easy. It helps people memorize the number quickly. So 0706 589 7997. Yeah. So apart from that, so obviously that means that we're going to align this to the left so that it's aligned with this. But I need to move it right a little just so that they're on the same line. But it's actually like um so good. It doesn't need any correction, to be honest. Like you can see all the details very clearly. Buy one get one free. Okay, maybe here I can't just see this the scoop of the ice cream, but then it still works because the message is passed across and the contrast is good, the color usage is nice, everything is just good. It looks very nice. It looks very nice. I will pay for this. Well done. So
Thank you.
you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. So I'll go over another one. Leave. Okay, let me start from here since it goes backwards. Bloom's Flower Boutique. All right, let me go over this. Bloom's Flower Boutique. Now, this actually looks very good. I like it because so for a logo, right? This works in the sense that you can see the wreath and the text, right? My only suggestion would be two suggestions actually. Number one, there's another principle that, well, yeah, there's a factor that I will always want you to factor in is the ratio or the scale. So for a logo, the scale of the decoration or the adornment or the elements or any other thing around it compared to the text of the logo shouldn't be this much, in the sense that the elements, flowers, lines, whatever you're adding should not be so much bigger than the text, right? So ideally, the text should be the most visible thing. Okay, so the reason is the point of having the text here is so that people can have a frame of reference with a word in their mind. So if you're not able to pick on that word really quickly, it'll be difficult for the logo to convey the purpose of its existence. Okay, so except of course what you're using is not necessarily like a logo, you want it to be a mark that's going to register on people's minds. So but you don't want to have two because it's going to be confusing, so you either want to have one or the other. But in case you're having a text, you want the text to be very obvious. So my suggestion will be one, the scale. The Bloom's Farewell Boutique should have been bigger. Now, the only challenge we'll be having now is that if you make this bigger, it's going to overlap with this, which is going to not make it show. So, what should we do, or what should we have done, is to make this Bloom's Flower Boutique less dramatic in the sense that it's going to give room for these things to be bigger than they are. The text, I mean. Okay. So that's like my primary suggestion, number one. And then number two is the font choice, right? Both fonts are both so Blooms is quite scriptish and Flowers is quite handwriting-ish, right? They are both like fanciful fonts. So you want to have a nicer contrast between um a script font and maybe a serif font, or a script font and a sans font, that kind of interesting difference. But I like the color, I like the arrangements. The hierarchy is very obvious because you have Blooms very big and then Flower Boutique small. I would suggest maybe to be a little smaller. This person didn't share it to edit, so I really can't edit it in real time, but those are my comments on this so far. Now, this is actually very nice. Oh, I see. So Bloom's Flower Boutique alone is the logo. Oh, okay, okay. So this is not necessarily the logo. This is inside this design. Okay, so then it makes sense. Um, Yeah, I really like this actually. The alignment is good. The arrangement here is also good. My suggestion would have been to have all the text aligned and then these two to the left. So all the text look aligned. So if you're going to have two icons, it will be Twitter here and Instagram on this side, right? Although it means you have to move everything inwards a little so that it's not too close to the edge, right? But I like this. This is very simple, straightforward, plain. You will not miss anything. Bloom's Flower Boutique details, very delicious. I love it. Whoever this is, well done. Venice, experience her beauty. This is so nice. This looks really, really chic. It looks expensive. I like it. And I can see the color choice that you used. Complementary colors, purple and yellow. Really nice, actually. I think my only suggestion would be maybe a deeper shade of yellow because this yellow doesn't do very, very well on white, right? But it actually works like as it is. It's really nice. Another suggestion would be the size of the icon is really big compared to the text. So it would be nice. Let me see if I can edit this. I can't edit it. It would be nice to reduce the size of this to make it smaller, right? So that you can experience um, Venice experience her beauty, right? So to be more conspicuous. Okay. So, but whoever this is, well done. I really love this. I love the font choice. I love the hierarchy. Very, very nice.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Next. Aha. Yeah, this is so nice. I love it. I really like it. I really like it. I really, really like it. Well done. So just make those changes and you will have a really, really good logo. Well done.
Thank you.
Who's that? Let me see. What's your name?
Princess.
Princess. Oh, Princess. Nice.
I
Well
did
done.
the other one as well.
This one too.
The bloom. Yeah,
Oh,
both
you
of
did the
them.
bloom too. Oh, okay, okay, cool, 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 cool. Nice, nice, nice. Well done, well done, well done.
Thank you.
All right, don't blow it. It's a surprise party for Sue's 30th. This is actually pretty cool, right? I like you guys are doing so well. I'm so surprised at how well you guys are doing. Maybe I thought you guys really extra nice, but this is really cool. I like it. It's really straightforward and doesn't have any extra drama. You can read everything. I like the. Oh my.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Okay, no, that wasn't for me. Right. So um I like the hierarchy and the center alignment is very good. The contrast is delicious. White text on black background. And you can see whoever it is, he or she embellished it very nicely. And you can see Sue's 30th, even though there's an overlay on the background, you still have the contrast because it's clear. You can see Sue's 30th and it's the biggest thing and it's just really good. I like it. Whoever this is,
Thank you,
well done. Who's that?
Princess.
Princess again. No. He's like, you want to carry first in this class. All right. Who is this? Tito's Kitchen. All right. So Tito's Kitchen. This is a very good attempt. My comments will be the colors. So the first thing is the colors. Let me see if I can edit this. I cannot. The colors. So red and yellow are
I
obvious.
did it.
Who is this?
Mosun.
Oh, Musun, well done. All right, so let me make some comments. I wish I can actually edit this. Why are you guys sending me links to view and not to edit? Okay, so um yeah, so two comments. One, the color. So typically, if it's a restaurant, right, the shade of red and the shade of yellow are typically different. So this this shade of red and yellow aren't typical for a restaurant, right? Or many restaurants have red and yellow. For example, if you think of Mr. Biggs, Tantalizers, KFC, Chicken Republic, right? You see red and yellow there, but it's not this shade. So you want to have the right shade of yellow that portrays, edible things and stuff like that. Number one, that's one. Two is the arrangement of the text Tito's kitchen, right? So, like I said, like a comment I made to the first person, the scale of the icon compared to the text is really massive. So the icon is much bigger than the text, which is very, so it looks like a sign, right? Instead of a logo. Okay. So my suggestion would be to have Tito's to be as large as this, right? Then kitchen under. I like the difference between the text. I would have suggested also for kitchen, have it in lowercase. So kitchen is KITCHEN, right? Instead of all caps. Okay. So Tito's is on the first line, kitchen is on the next line. Then so Tito's, then kitchen, then the icon is up here, much smaller than what it looks like. Okay, so those are my suggestions. You can make those corrections, find the exact shade. But this is a really good attempt. I really like it. Musu, you've done very well. Well done. All right, whoever this is, your satisfaction is our goal. I like this actually. This is very nice. Um, this is nice because you can actually see every text, even though there's a picture on the background, right? And that's really good contrast because I mean they're still showing the images under, but you still have the contrast as as in we still have the contrast very nicely. Okay, so I really like that. My only comment would be two comments. Number one, this logo, Zestry Frost. Zestry Frost. Yeah. Um the logo is on top of an image that is on top of another image on top of the background, right? So you want it to look much simpler than it is. Okay. Another thing is, I really wish I could edit these things. How come you guys didn't share the links to edit? Um, another thing is, come again. Hello.
Dear, somebody asked if they could still send their work now.
Okay. Send it to the comment section. So I'll just check. I'll check through the chats and just edit from there.
And also, I didn't know that there was a difference between the link to edit and the link to view.
Oh,
So,
I thought I made it clear. Okay, you know what? Send me the links, like send it to me directly as a message so I can just open it. So let me show you how it works. I'm so sorry. I thought I showed you guys. So see what happens, right? When you want to share to view. So you click share, okay? Here, instead of to edit, instead of to view, if you do this is the link many of you are sending. What I want you to do is come up here, click share a link to edit, copy the link. This is the link I want you to send to me. Is it very clear?
yes.
All right. Shabak and Dara, you people have exposed your romance on Canva class. Share.
God.
All right. So I'll be expecting the links. Let me go through some of the ones that that are editable. Okay, so yeah, this is the Scoop It logo. Very, very nice. I really, really like it. I really, really, really like it. Oh, okay. So there was a text version, but you see the ice cream one looks really nice. Yeah, because it kind of like really says it and
Yeah, but like
at the same
the
time.
fact that ice cream is a picture, like you cannot change the color.
Yeah, you can change the
That's
color. But the reason why this color is nice is it's going to work on a bright and a dark background at the same time. That's another thing you should always look out for. When you want to choose colors, many times make sure that you have a color that's going to work on both dark and bright backgrounds. For example, like a color like red, you can use red on black and white. Okay, so imagine that we had a dark background and you drag this down, right? Take this down to the lowest layer and you change the color to something black, right? You can still see scoop it. If you change it to white, you still see scoop it very clearly. The contrast is good both ways. Do you get? So that's a good thing about this type of color and this kind of image, even though your logo is an image, right? My suggestion typically would be to most likely get a vector version of the image. I mean, that's obviously good advice, but I mean, in this case, it actually works. But I mean, standard logo practice would be instead of using an image, use a vector. Okay.
How do I do that?
Okay, so instead of using an image, come to elements and search ice cream. Yeah, so these things are vectors. Vectors in the sense that you can edit it, you can change the colors. Okay, so except like the only other thing is you can't separate the elements. I wish it was possible, but I think Canva is going to get there very soon. So if it was possible to separate the elements, you can just scoop out the top, okay, and then it will have the same effect. But right now I don't think we can do that. So but you understand what I mean by vector, right? So let
Yes,
me
I do.
see, let's find one that actually has a very, very circular top, that the top is round, like this one now. Okay, so this will work perfectly, but then it's going to look, the cone under is going to be distracting. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So I mean, if we could remove the cone, it will be perfect, but I don't think we can as at the moment. So let me see what it looks like just as an image. Okay, so are you guys sending the links to me already? Right. So I mean, the reason why this is nice is you can change it, but it really looks weird because then I mean, I don't know if it's, I'm not even sure. I need to sit down and look through it, but I think it might work because I don't know. You guys should be the judge of it. Does this work?
I think it looks weird.
It looks
Yeah,
weird.
it looks weird. Like it could work, but
Yeah, it could work, but it has a weird look to it.
yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, I think it's not that way. It's just the way it's because we've seen one already without the cone. That's why
Okay,
it
so
feels
maybe
like
if we saw this first. Yeah. So I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do to it to make it. So like if you saw this fresh, right? I mean, I feel like it still passes the message across because when you see scoop, your mind thinks of ice cream. Okay. And I mean, it might just work, it might not. I don't know. Honestly, I cannot say, to be honest. I'll probably have to like sit down and think about it and show people, and I'll maybe just show like 10 random people. What does this read? And if all of them can read it very clearly, it means your design is going to work. So you're very fine. Okay. Um okay.
Yeah, somebody sent a link to the chat
Okay.
function, but
Cool. So I'm going to check that now.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's nice.
Thank you. Oh yes, I think you did, and that's my fault. That's my fault. I should have picked you up from there. Sorry, sorry, Boma. It's my fault. I apologize. Okay. All right. So let me look through this. This is really nice. Who's this? Can you pronounce it for me, for us?
It's not actually a real word. It's supposed to be like couscous, like rice, but then quiz,
Oh,
like so couscous.
oh, okay. I was going to say that, but I was like, should I say it or not? Nice, nice, nice. I really like the name. It's just difficult to pronounce, but yeah. So let me give you another pro tip, right? When you're working on a brand, when you're thinking about the name of your brand, think about the name of your brand in the context of its um easiness to pronounce. Okay. And the reason why that's something to think about is when people come across with your brand, it registers in their mind. The more difficult it is to pronounce, the harder it will be to register in their minds. Okay, so sometimes you find yourself thinking about a brand name and it will take you years to remember it because it was very difficult to memorize. Okay, so look out for things that are simpler to pronounce, simpler to spell. And also look out for things that can be verbalized. I need to. Okay, I've done that. Right, looks for stuff you can verbalize, like Google, like Nike, like Flavor, like things that you can just, that are not difficult to pronounce. I mean, it obviously also depends in the context of what the brand is supposed to represent. So that's another thing you want to think about. But anyways, I like this logo actually. It's very simple and straightforward. Um, my personal
That's like that's
suggestion.
not the color. That's just the black and white version. The
Yeah, I
real
know, I
like
know, I know, I know, I know. Like typically, I design in black and white before I add color, so it's good to judge it in black and white first. Okay, so my suggestion would be first is um what would be the difference between having it like this? Let me duplicate this so I can make the edits. Having it like this and removing this circle and changing this to black, right?
mhm,
This is much simpler if you want to have these elements. This is much
okay.
simpler to the eyes of people. Okay. And I mean, there's just the obvious rule: the easier, the simpler, the better. The less is more. So if you can avoid
Okay.
some elements, might as well do away with it, because you see, another thing that I just said is the ratio of this to this. So this looks really small compared to this, right? This has a much more balanced ratio scale, the size of the icon compared to the text. Okay, so I think a good ratio would be somewhere in between 2/3 and 3/4. So like 2/3 to 3/4 of the design ish, right? So in context of the icon to the text, okay, and it might it can differ depending on what arrangement you're going to have. So we'll see other comments as we other designs as we go around. Oh, this is so nice. I really, really like the colors. I really, really love the color choice. This is really, really cool. Really, really, really cool. You made menu too. Really nice. So my suggestion for the menu is, now look closely. Look closely at this part. This is really good actually, but look closely at this part. Let me show you. So you see what's happening here is this space between the text and this edge is really small, right? If you look at this, you can see this space is very good, right? And then here is small, here is long, here is small. And obviously, because of this, my suggestion would be to make it uniform. And uniform in what sense? Uniform in the sense that so what you want to do is do something like this. Group all of this together. Okay. Keep it in that frame, right? Now
Okay.
do the same thing for all of this. Okay, I see you approached it differently in this side. Do the same thing for all of this, right? Now, the reason I'm doing this is so that you can actually be able to reduce the size. Okay, and another suggestion would be to maintain the style you use so that you can retain the what do they call that thing? The I'm trying to find the word. The same size. So for example, if you do everything like this, right? Because sometimes when you group it and you reduce it, the size can change depending on how you reduce or increase it. So if you look here now, it feels like, I don't know for sure if this font size is bigger than this, but that's what it looks like. So let's find out. This is 9.1. This is 8.2. Can you see? So you want to ensure that you're using the exact same size throughout, right? So it's going to make your work look uniform if you do that. So change this to, so maybe just stay, if you want to use like 8.5 for everything, right? So use 8.5 for everything. Extend, align to the left. And don't forget, another pro tip is, if you want to align all your elements to the left, right, ensure that you actually align the, what's that thing? Oh my god, I don't think I'm recording this class. Am I?
You are.
I am. Okay, nice. Okay, thanks. Right. So 8.5, see 9.1. So 8.5, 8.5. Okay. Really, really, really important to do that. Then same for this 7.3, 7.3, Nice. Okay. So that's very well organized. So what we need to do now is just reduce the size of this to ensure that it's not okay. So because of the constraint that we're having now, right? Constraint in the sense that I don't want this thing to be too close to this place. So what I can do is I can bring this down. Okay. I'll show you what I want to do. Bring this down just to make sure that there's enough space here, enough space here, enough space here, enough space here. Now, this thing feels like it's lost, obviously, because of the background. So what I'm going to do now is introduce a background separate for this. Okay. So what I'll do is I can do something like I'll come to my elements, add a shape under, like maybe this cute, nice rectangular shape. Okay. I'll reduce the size. Okay, so let me zoom in. Now, so I'm going to make sure this is in the middle. Okay, make sure this is in the middle too. So another way to make sure your things are in the middle is to select both of them, come here, come to position, align center. Okay, so you center align, so it's not going to work. But imagine it was like this and I did this and I come to position center, it's going to come to center. Okay, so in case I haven't shown you that, that's how to do it. So what I'm going to do now is this color, I'll most likely find a color in the background here in the design that exists and then do this. Okay, so what this does is that it helps. It's okay, no, it's looking too big. I need to reduce it just a bit. Okay, so it helps to create a separation between them and still maintain the space so that they look the same. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this, ensure that I'm maintaining the exact same size so that it feels very uniform. Keep it in the middle, align it to the center, take this down up a bit, then keep this in the middle again, or just select both of them and position to the center, then change the color of this to the green. Now, another thing, you want to make this to the same font size. Yeah, so they're the exact same font size. Nice. So let me do something just to make this a little longer. I'll do the exact same thing for this. Let me see what's happening. It feels like the line spacing is different. 136. Can you see? So I knew something was wrong. So what you want to do is ensure that everything is uniform. So you duplicate this, bring this down, right? We are maintaining the exact same size, right? Next thing we want to maintain is exact same. In fact, my suggestion would be instead of writing it separately, right? Just delete this, duplicate this. I think that's TATLI, yeah? So I'm just going to do all caps TATLI. Same font size, same line spacing, same everything. Just give it that uniform feel. Okay. Now it means that we're going to do the next one do the same thing for the one up as well. So duplicate, take this up. Now we have a big challenge because all that text. This needs to be somewhere stable. So I'm going to centralize this. Let me sort this out first. I'm going to centralize this, come to my position, center, change the font size. Okay. Now we have all this organized. All right. So what we need to do now is just reduce everything together so that we can have space for this. Okay. Now how are we going to do that? Come here, select from here. Okay.
Sorry, David, what did you
Yeah.
press exactly to select everything?
No, I didn't press anything. I just clicked on my mouse and I dragged it up. So as it's moving, it's selecting.
Let me try.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So when I've selected everything, I'll release my hand. So now I'm going to reduce it together so that it's good, so that they maintain the aspect ratio that they have. Okay. Bring it down a bit. Drag this to the middle so that it has the same feel. Then I'll bring this logo down and we have our design ready to go. Another thing is if you look here, you can see like this thing is supposed to be somewhere equidistant. Equidistant in the sense that the distance between up here and left here should be very similar. So what you want to do is a simple trick that you can use is use a rectangle, right? Take it up to the left. That's something I do almost any software I'm using. So let me use an actual rectangle, right? Take it up here to the square. Sorry, a square. Take it up here to the left, right? Reduce it very much. Now I'm going to use this edge to determine where the circle will be. Okay. Same thing, I'll bring it here. So I'm going to bring this circle right to this left edge. Okay. Same thing here, just to ensure that everything is uniform. I hope you're understanding what I'm doing and the point of what I'm doing. Hello, are you guys following me? Do you understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes, sir.
understand you.
So same thing to ensure that everything is uniform. So there we go, right? We have our design very organized and good to go. Okay, so another thing you can even do now is you can actually just even bring this up. Okay, just to give it like its own breathing space. You can bring this up as well. Yeah. Now you just need to like create a fine balance between the space that each of them has. Yeah, we can retain this. Then drag this down.
This side of the flyer.
Come again?
So the side of the design is it for a flyer?
No, I think it's for Instagram.
Instagram post.
Yeah.
This large.
Come again?
No, never mind.
Okay. So group everything, position it into the middle, which it is, and we are good to go. So yeah, that's very nice. Boma,
Thank
praise
you. Now I was
George.
trying
Well
to
done.
design. I was trying to copy something. It's so I don't know. I was trying to copy a flyer that I saw online, and it was
Okay.
so hard trying to figure out whether it was in a or what.
Whether it
it's so
was what?
confusing, the whole thing. Because I don't know if I can send the picture, but the particular design
Okay.
that I was trying to go for,
Yeah.
it had this like bowl at the top,
Okay.
and then there was like a curve at the bottom.
Okay.
And then I think let me even take a picture and send it.
Okay,
Because you
so
said we
see
should
what you do,
copy
yeah?
and-
Create a new page on your design and share it so that when you update, I'll go back to it.
Okay, I don't understand what that means.
No, like you're working on design as well as I am, right? So create a new page, copy and paste the design on that page. When it has updated, I'll go back to it.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, thank you.
Nice. All right. Wine press bar. I really like this. This is very classic. So my suggestion would be the gradient is very distracting. Remove it. It's clearer this way. Okay. Same thing here. So the problem with the gradient is that whenever it's close to the black side, it's usually very dark. Okay. So my suggestion is keep it monochrome, as in single color. But this is very nice. Very nice. I like the color usage, and I like the font usage as well. I like the mixture of the elements between the what they call this thing, the grapes and the text. Maybe my other suggestion would be to reduce this just a bit so that it's not too big, but it actually works. So let me see if I can move this here. Yeah. So it doesn't look too big, but yeah, just like a really, really good size. And maybe also is the font. So I feel like personally, that's a personal opinion. I mean, this works. This works. It's just a personal opinion. I feel like it would be nicer with a serif font. Okay. So a serif font would be something like
Or how about we use the spacing?
funny, the spacing is actually pretty decent, I think. So we can try it out and see what it looks like. But it actually looks very fine. Okay, no, that's too dramatic. Something less dramatic. Yeah. So something like this. Or although it doesn't feel as bold, so I'm not sure about that. But let me find something that is as bold and is also, let me see, wine press. Yeah, so this is quite bold, but it also has a character to it. Okay, so yeah, this is what I would have personally gone for, right? But I mean, that works fine as well, to be honest. Also, remember I said it always depends on who your audience is. So but as far as like a proper logo that passes the message across of what the brand does, you know, it fulfills that function very, very well. So it's a really, really good work. Well done. Okay. Okay. I was making a comment to this. Aha. Okay. So yeah, Boma, I'm back here and I can see the image now. Okay. So this is what you're trying to replicate, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the challenge or the challenge?
Okay. I
English is
thought
bad.
at first that they used a circle frame because of that curve at the bottom.
Okay.
But then I put the circle frame and I tried to put a picture of like a bowl of soup. And I don't know how you did it that day, but the bowl was not looking full the way this one was. Even as I tried to crop it and expand it, it was making it worse. And it wasn't defined. Like if you see the first picture, if you go up, the one
Mm-hmm.
that I tried to do, even with the rectangle, it
Okay.
just see it was looking. I don't know. I don't want it to look like this. I want it to be the whole picture in it, the frame. So I don't know if they used a frame or not, or what they did. I honestly don't know.
Okay. So first of all, Canva still has its limitations. Okay. So for this kind of thing, right, if you want to achieve something like this, you would need to, so let me give you an example. I can use this image, right, to achieve that. Why? Because this image has a lot of space on top. So let me show you what I'm saying. Let me duplicate this page. All right. Use a frame. Frame. Okay. So I'm going to use a circular frame. All right. Now I'm going to drag this into it. Okay. So what's going to happen is when you drag it, is automatically going to take the full shape. Okay. So you now have to drag this out. Now, when you double click inside the frame, you now have to reduce this yourself. But you see what's going to happen is not going to reduce because there's a minimum, there's a limit to how much you can reduce, right? So what you're going to then do is you would have to, this is this is where you now have to manipulate. Okay, so I'm going to increase. I've duplicated the page now. I want to make this a full rectangle, right?
Okay.
Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this down. What I'm doing now is I'm creating this thing so that it will have a lot of allowance on top. Okay, now I'm going to download, or you know what, I'm just going to do a screenshot on my laptop. You can download the file and then re-upload it to fulfill the exact same purpose, but I'm just going to do a quick screenshot. All right. So I'm going to copy this. I've copied it. All right. Now I'm going to paste it into this image, into this frame. All right. So paste. Okay. Now what we have is, let me see if it's different. Can you see the difference?
Yes, sorry. Let me ask because I'm
Okay.
confused. Did
Mhm.
you put it before you took a screenshot? Did you first put
Mhm.
it in a frame, a rectangular frame?
No. I didn't put in a rectangular frame. It's just here. Like, this is just it. You know the picture. This is how the picture is normally.
Okay.
Yeah, this is this picture. Do you understand what I did? So I took this picture, I brought it here, I made it big. Okay. I dragged it down. Reason is when it enters the circle, right? It's automatically going to fit into the size of the circle. But what I want to do is when it fits into the size of the circle, I need it to have a lot of space on top so that it will contain more of the
Okay.
plates. Do you understand?
Yes.
Exactly. So that's what I did by. So I basically, another way you can do what I just did is download this exact page. So come to download. What page is this? Page 9. Come to suggestions, click on page 9. Done. Download as a JPEG, right? When you download it, I said page 9. No. It's downloading everything. Okay, so let's just watch, right? But instead of doing all of that, I just took a screenshot and then I pasted it on this document. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so let me see. I think what I downloaded all the pages instead of just page 9. But you understand what I did so far?
Yes, I do. I
Good,
do.
good. So now I dragged it into this page, into the circle, into the frame. Now you can see that inside the frame, because of what I did, it's the frame is accompanying more of the plates.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Exactly. So that was the point of doing what I did. So now the frame is accompanying more of the plates. So what I need to do is just add this frame, put this circle, circle, circle. Okay, so
Sorry, what shape is that? What's the name of that shape?
this shape, this should be a I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. Was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be a hexagon.
A hexagon. Okay.
Yeah, so search hexagon. Um Yeah, so you're most likely not going to get this exact shape. Oh, well, yeah, we do. We have this exact shape, except it's a pro shape. But yeah, they have the exact shape. So, um, but if you don't have it, you might want to just recreate it by yourself, which is just going to take longer. Do you get? But it's not impossible. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So let me move on to the next one. I was working on this. Let me see if I have. You know what? Let me come back to this first before I go there. Our designs speak. Yeah, so I really like this actually. Um, very nice, very nice. Two comments. One is the contrast between the fonts. Okay, so let me show you what my suggestion would look like. Um, let me ungroup this. Now, because our designs here is already a handwriting font, our design speak should most likely be another sans font instead of a handwriting font again. Okay, so I would want to change this to a sans font, like something really basic. I want to find a font that is not pro. So let me see. Public Sans. Public Sans is pretty basic. Okay. Our design speak, except it's not bold. Okay. So maybe I can have this italicized, right? But it does perform the function that I want it to. Okay. Now, my second comment will be the size of R compared to designs. So my suggestion or a personal opinion will be if you want to have R and designs on the same line, right? So first, I would typically align this to the left just to ensure that I don't have a very long text frame. right? So my personal suggestion would be to increase this, right? So that our designs doesn't look like a sub, what's that word? When you have like a square root. I'm trying to find the word.
Subscript.
Yeah, so that designs doesn't look like a subscript. Okay, so it feels like it's actually part of the design. All right, so let me reduce the frame of this and bring this right. So I would probably have something like this, our designs, and maybe even right, reduce it just a bit so it's not too big, our designs. And then now if you want to still have this, right, you can just have this somewhere close to the designs to kind of like just accentuate this to look like it has a fanciful thing on the top. Okay, so I would centralize this personally, and then I'll have our design speak just under, not too far away, and then our designs, and then our design speak. Okay, so the exact same logo, but this just has a more presence. It has a more present feel, and the contrast just makes it look more present. All right. Whoever this is, well done. I really like the work. You've done a great job. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can ask at this point.
There, my design is in the chat box.
Okay. All right. I'm still going to go back to the chat box. Let me get done with these ones first. Okay. So JES repairs. Is this person online? I mean, if you don't want to identify, no problem. But if you want them to identify, I appreciate that. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. So let me make comments to this design. Two things. One is the background. If it's a logo, you most likely don't want it to have a background. Okay. So you either want to have the hammer and the spanner as icons that accompany the logo, or you want to have them as elements that are somewhere around the logo, but not under the logo. The reason why is this will be difficult to represent on different backgrounds. Okay, so if you do this in black and white, for example, you will not see the E and the J and the S because they will overlap each other, and in monochrome it's not going to work. All right, so that's my number one. Number two is this font has a fanciful feel for something that seems to be quite technical. So I mean, because of the nature of the, well, I mean, that's on a basic level, of course. Okay, on a deeper level, depending on who you're trying to reach and all those brand positioning and stuff, there might be justification for these fonts. But on a basic level, it would probably work better with another sans font that doesn't necessarily have the drama of a script font or a handwriting font because of the nature of the work, repairs, technical, mechanical kind of things. Okay, so those are the two comments that I have for this. But whoever that was, well done. Now your banner is really good. I really like it. I like how this now in Ibadan is really here. Two challenges. Now you can see how the logo is already not standing out because of what I mentioned. So it will be difficult to actually make this work better, because typically here it would be nicer to have JES repairs in white. Okay, because the background is darker. But I like the background image. I like the so two things. The alignment is not perfect. I mean, it's a nice attempt at aligning it, but if you look here, you see the distance between here, this is longer than this, right? So it will be nicer to be aligned, center aligned. And then also this, you can see the space here and the space here are not the same, so this will also be aligned horizontally as well. Then hierarchy. In hierarchy, obviously, now in Ibadan is the biggest thing and it's very clear. I think someone is Someone's mic is on. I'm trying to find the person. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, I can't hear it anymore. I think the person is echoing. So please help me mute your mic if your mic is on, unless you want to speak so that we don't have the echo. Thank you. All right. So yeah, those are the two major things. And I like the contact, very, very simple and straightforward. For your bookings, contact us. This is very delicious. I love it. So for hierarchy, you want to also have, for example, now in Ibadan, we're excited to announce JES repairs. So it feels like this whole thing is just one long paragraph that I might not read. But what you could have done is separate, we are excited to announce JES repairs as a different font, maybe bolder, bigger, just separate from, for our first 80 customers that will be free, okay, just to create a sense of hierarchy, bigger, bigger, biggest, basically. So this will be big, this will be bigger, and this will be biggest. Okay, so but all in all, I like this. Well done. Logo, sushi crib. This is so delicious. I love it so much. Wow, this is really nice. And it comes in different colors. Very well articulated. Whoever this is, you've done a really great job. Oh, okay. Maybe this is.
Sorry. I was gonna replicate that. That was today. I'm very sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
Yeah,
haven't gotten to replicating it.
exactly. And I was
Oh,
going to
okay.
change the color too as well because I felt it was quite aggressive, the red. So I wanted to make use of that. The designer. Yes, exactly. That one, the red.
Oh, okay. Oh, the red on this design. Okay. But
Exactly.
I really like the logo. It's really, really good. Very, very like you can't even miss it. The sushi and the sticks and the S and sushi script. This is really good. I don't think I have any comments. Really nice. Well done. Well done. Okay, so maybe when you're done, if we are able to review it another time.
Very well then. I would.
All right. Nature's Growth Organics. This is so cute and nice. I really like this. I really like this actually. My suggestion would be the underlay. Okay, so because it's a logo, you don't want your logo to have an underlay because of representation in different formats. So my suggestion would be, let me duplicate this so you can keep that in case you still want to use it. Bring this. Oh, okay. On group, right? Nature's Growth Organics. All right. Reduce this just a bit. Okay. And we have our logo. Perfect. Okay. Why is, and you want to make this maybe something bold if there's a bold version of this. Okay, I can find it, but it works just the way it is actually. I love the color choice. The color choice is so delicious. I really love it. Okay, so let me increase this. Yeah, so this is nice. This is a really good logo actually. Maybe an alternative would be something like Nature's Growth to be on the same line. You can expand it, reduce the line height, and then have organics under. The highlights, the line height hasn't reduced enough, so reduce it a little more. Okay, then organics just growth, then organics just a bit smaller. Yeah, so same logo, just different styles. But center align. I'm trying to center align it perfectly. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so same logo. This is really nice. I like this. Well done. I like the colors, especially. I really, really love the colors. Oh, and this banner is really cute as well. So straightforward. Or maybe another suggestion would be, instead of having details up, you want details to be down and then have this up because in a sense the date and time is usually has more priority. So, but this is really good. really good. I love the simplicity and I love the look at it, so very well aligned. This is very delicious. Maybe only one more thing is if you can bring this down a bit so that it's aligned, so that so that if you see what's happening here, like there's so much space here, but so little space here. So if you can bring this down just a bit, okay. So it feels a little more, and then for this, bring it up just a bit. So it's within the circle, but it's not too far away from, okay. But this is so nice. Whoever this is, I'm really proud of your work. Well done. Another thing I would suggest also is create a distinction. Okay. So what you can do is, okay, actually this works, but just to create something interesting, you can have 14th February bold, okay, and then have 2021 not bold, right? You know how, those really nice effects used to be. Okay, so now this is coming out here, so I don't think I want that. Maybe I'll just bring it out a little just so it can contain more, but this is really nice. Really, really, really nice. I really like it. Well done. Whoever this is, well done. Maybe, yeah, another thing is to bring this just up a little so it's not too close to the edge. It's not too close to the edge of the circle for this. Home gardening. I love the font. I love the choice of every other thing. This is just so nice. Look at how very nicely the colors can actually be interchanged. Very delicious. I love it. Well done. So good. So good. So good. So good. Well done. Well done. Whoever this is, you better start making money. Um, all right. Let me move on to the next one. Okay. Error. Error again. Okay, I made comments on Tito's kitchen. Scoop it. Okay. Okay, ice cream. Okay, we made comments on this. Really good. I love it. So I can take questions while I try to open up the new designs that I haven't, the other designs. So Boma, George, Emery, Patty Harana. Okay. Okay. If I haven't shown your work and you're here and you need me to do it and I haven't seen it, please let me know before we go. Nice. Damo's Animal Hospital. This is so good. I really like this. I really like this. I really,
Sorry.
really like this. I like the logo because,
I have a question, please.
come again. Okay.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
All right. While I was making the logo, so I thought of like branding. So I was going to ask if you can have you can design a mock-up on Canva.
So on the pro version, there's a place where you can come to, let me show you, apps and integrations. So there's a place, there's smart mockups.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can use it, integrate it, it's going to work. But I think it's a pro feature, and you need to have a smart mockup account. So actually, smart mockups is a website where you can actually do stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even if you can't do it on Canva, you can do it on this website. It's kind of like remove.bg. If you don't have the pro to do it on Canva, you can do it on the website. So free mockup generator, you can generate mockups on this website.
All right. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. So this is really nice. Damos, I love this. I love the design. This is so cool. The only comments that I have for this so far is this is too close to the edge, right? My suggestion. Now, and another thing I would also suggest is, so for this, I would suggest using one of your other brand colors, maybe white, right? Why is because it has a better contrast. Okay. So, and I like the variation of GIFT. This is really good, actually. I'm surprised that you people are not making money yet, too. Because I asked, nobody said they are making money yet.
Dia, come and give us clients now.
That's not easy to share clients. So you know what? I think maybe in the pro course, I'll actually do a lot more on discussing how to actually like get clients and stuff like that, because I feel like after you've mastered the skill, that's another thing that you need to do. Then demos for this lower part, because of you can see that this part is not very obvious because of the background. So what you want to do, or what you can do, is you can come here, come to elements. Where's elements? Come to elements. Okay, you can add, just put a rectangle under a black rectangle because the background is black already. It works very perfectly. Or you can use this red, this your the red or maroon color.
Like wine.
Yeah, like wine actually. Yeah, like wine. So extend this out, extend this in, bring this down. Okay. Someone's mic is on. Shalom Omoni, please help me turn off your mic.
Oh, I did the design, that's right.
Oh, okay, nice. This is really good actually. I really like this. I really like this. So what you just need to do now is for more information, so you want to maybe just extend this up a little. For more information, centralize it. Come again.
Not showing anymore.
Yeah. So now you're going to change the color, obviously, because your logo can work on different backgrounds. So you didn't even have a problem. Do you understand?
Okay.
Exactly. So that's the point. That's one of the reasons why I was talking about making sure that your logo is a vector file, so that whatever the background that you find your logo on, you can adjust accordingly. Okay. So now your details are just much more well organized. Yeah. And so here, I mean, this is really simple, and I really like the focus on this dog. It makes all the difference. Really good, actually. So good. I love it. Well done. Yeah, so same thing here. Bring this, it's too close to the edge, so bring it in a little. You can see the gauge that they are actually giving you to ensure that this thing doesn't come out of. So keep it within it. Okay, so what you need to do for this is just bring this down. Okay, and if possible, bring it to the right, bring it back. Oh, I thought this thing had the background. Okay, it doesn't. So what you can do is you can just drag this out. Okay, so I mean, this can actually work, right? But of course, I know that what you were trying to achieve was to make it seamless, which is also really good. So increase the line height so that it's not too clumsy, it's not too merged together, that people can really read the differences. Okay, so for this, I mean, the best thing that will think that will really make a lot of sense is if you remove the background. Okay, and when you remove the background, what you're going to have is something like this, where this line on top, this wine line is going to show directly under the dog. Okay, which is, we're having trouble loading background remover. Kindly check your connection.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really background. I was having difficulty.
Oh, you're having difficulty removing it. Okay. My laptop doesn't have two heads. All right. So yeah, if even if you don't remove the background, if you leave it the way it is, it actually works very fine. And I can see that you even changed the color scheme of the background to this color scheme of the image to monochrome, which is very much in line with your brand, and which actually makes the design much cooler because it allows the text to pop. So like, this is really good. I really like it. I really like it. Well done. Nice. I'm very happy. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Okay, so Boma, Nice. So quickly, you've edited everything. Well done. Okay. The Muffin Man.
I haven't.
What'd you say?
I say I haven't done the flyer yet.
Yeah, you will do it. You're already a boss. Okay, so the Muffin Man, right? I like this actually. The Muffin Man is a very nice name. I like the ratio between the Muffin Man and pastry shop. My suggestion would just be to reduce reduce the spacing just a little bit so they don't feel too far apart. Yeah, one. Then two, the muffin is an image. Like I said, suggestion would be make it a vector instead of an image. It's almost a taboo to have an image as your logo, right? Because a logo needs to be very, very malleable, right? You need to be able to change it depending on your background. You need to change it depending on the medium. So my suggestion, use an icon or use an icon. Okay. Have you seen the Muffin Man? This is so nice. Have you seen the Muffin Man? So yeah, I like that it's aligned to the right. Very nice. Very, very nice. And yeah, this is also aligned to the right as well. Neat. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if there is any such link in part of the links you sent to the group, but is it possible to change any random image to an icon if we want to stick to a particular image, but we want to make it an icon? Is it a part of those links you already sent to the group, or
No, there's none there. I feel like there's some websites where you can do that. But I don't know if it's going to be in a format that is acceptable on Canva. Because the editable elements on Canva were created by Canva. So I don't know if you can create an editable element outside Canva, import it to Canva and edit it yourself if it's not a text or like a rectangle or a color. Do you get? So that's the major challenge. Yeah. So that's why that suggestion. I really like this well done. So for this, right, to be honest, this image might not necessarily need to be watermarked because what's this? Okay. Oh, because you actually just need to reduce it and your text is going to show very clearly. Okay. So the watermark could have been useful if you were going to have a lot of text over it. Okay. But this is nice. And I will have suggested also that this image should be a different picture because this is already on the logo. Okay, but since we're changing the logo already, so then this picture will make sense. Okay. But however, this is well done. I really like this. I really like this. I'm very happy, you guys. Thank you so much. Well done. Modern real estate logo. Okay, you've edited it. The feminine affair. Nice. I like this. I like this. I like this. And I can see the gold and purple contrast. Color choice. Actually, it's really good. What would my suggestion be? My suggestion would be the scale of the elements in comparison to the text. Okay. And then the font for the feminine affair doesn't look like a feminine font. Okay. So my suggestion would be to try and find a more feminine font that will work. Of course, there's still other factors that can determine if my suggestion is good or not. So you need to be the judge of that. But all that suggestion is on a basic level. There might be deeper reasons why it shouldn't be that. So if you have those reasons, good and fine. But if not, on a basic level, that would be my personal suggestion. Okay. So in essence, you're welcome. In essence, let me duplicate this so maybe you can have a good idea what I'm talking about. So another thing I also wanted to suggest, I said earlier that less is more. For this, right, it would be nicer if this was smaller. So smaller in the sense that maybe it was just like somewhere here and here, right? So that the focus is on this, I think, because, I didn't see the F here. Okay, so this F is actually lost because of where it is and because of the background that it has. They are almost the same color. So my suggestion will be to take it out. Okay. Keep this as your, funny enough, after reducing this, right, my suggestion would actually be to almost remove it, right? That's a personal suggestion, okay? Because so you can focus on this, because this element is actually like intriguing enough, okay? So that the focus on these elements is going to be achieved instead of distracting it with many other elements to just make it look more fanciful. Having a focus on this is perfect. I think, I really believe it is. Okay, so keeping this as your logo and then making the font maybe a feminine font. So I mean, if you weren't changing the fonts, so if you weren't changing the font to a feminine font and you wanted to keep this, make the ratio of this much bigger. So the icon will be a little bit smaller. Okay. And then the feminine affair. It's possible to have the feminine then affair on a different line. Reduce the line height. That's another option, of course, not necessarily. And then you can even have the feminine and then have affair with a different font. Okay, so I mean that's another option that's possible. So let me see. Fair. Okay, so obviously this affair is a very feminine font, so it can work. What are the colors? Okay, I like this. Right, so I mean you can see the contrast between the two fonts, so this actually works very well. If you still want to change this, you can change this to maybe, let me see. Oh, too much. So yeah, you can just find another font that's more comfortable. Actually, if you don't change the font, this actually works. To be honest, this actually just like works fine. But depending on what you want to achieve, you can make that decision on your own. But this is good. I really like this. Well done again. Kitchen logo. Okay, I made a comment on this already. Okay, I made a comment on this already. Okay, I made a comment on this already. Is there any other person's work I haven't made a comment on so that we can close? This is 10:30 already. Nice. But do you have any questions so far?
When is the pro class and how much is it?
I don't know yet, actually. I need to confirm because I want it to be very engaging and hands-on. So I'm most likely going to use a platform that's kind of like a classroom-ish. So I want to figure out the best platform to use that will make it very conducive, interactive, and useful for both myself and others. So once I figure out the platform I'm going to use, then it will be easy for me to determine what the price will be because of the cost of using that platform and the cost of maybe all the resources and everything. But I haven't come up with a figure yet, but I think it's going to hold a March. So yeah, March is a tentative date for that. So yeah, it should be a March. So I also want to have time to prepare for it and make sure that like it's really, really good stuff. Any other question? All right, so no questions. Let me make a comment on this finally. I said I like the contrast, good. But this, so the thing that's not working here is a hierarchy, okay? The hierarchy, because your satisfaction is our goal seems to be the biggest thing, which is okay. But order now seems to be like, it's supposed to be, I'm not sure I get the hierarchy, actually. I don't know which is supposed to be the most important or which is supposed to be the biggest, but it would be easier to determine if we had, I don't know actually, to be honest. I really can't tell. But one thing I'm sure of is the contrast is very good. I can see everything clearly. Except here where it seems to be on two lines. Also the logo, it's if this is the logo Zestis Frost inside the pink circle, then you want to remove this background so that the logo can actually exist on its own and be changeable depending on the background. Okay, but apart from that, yeah, I think it's pretty decent. Okay, so I think we're done. Any questions? Any other question? Anything that needs clarification? Anything that is difficult, or will there be another class again? No, this is last class. What I'll be doing going forward is just I'll be releasing short tutorials on YouTube and on Instagram and Twitter. So if you haven't followed the accounts, you can follow them so that you can like be up to date on those things. But this is last class or last free class. You should guys see, you guys did really well actually. I really like Cohort 4. Your work has been like the best work so far. It's not like all those things they say in secondary school when they say this is the best set that has ever graduated from this school. I'm not lying, I mean it. At least Dara is here, so Dara can tell. Dara has been in all the cohorts. So I think Dara, am I correct?
Yes.
So yeah, you guys did really well. Thank you so much. Please, I can't wait for you guys to start making money, and just I'd love to submit your assignment for corrections. Okay, you can send that to me via email. I'll respond to you when I'm free. All right. So thank you guys so much. I think the group can end now, except maybe I want to share some other information. I'll keep you up until like tomorrow and then we'll call it a day. Oh yeah, I remember. I think I owe one video for cohort 2 and 3, which is how to make carousels. So I'll keep the group on till I post that video. Once I post it, I'll share the link on the group and then we can dissolve the group. So thank you guys so much. I really enjoyed this.
The material, because we say you want to close the group, links you sent.
Come again, I didn't hear you.
Want to close the group. I mean, like the links you sent, because all of them only saw.
Okay, no. So
Like
I'll keep the group. I'll keep the group open till like maybe next week. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay. No how. Okay, email and link for YouTube. Okay. I'll share my email address on the group again. I'll share the link to all the videos as well. I will share everything on the WhatsApp group after this class. So just
I have a question.
Okay, yes, Princess.
So if we make other designs, I know this is
Yeah.
last class.
Mm-hmm.
If we make other designs, can we send them to you for like correction and all of that, like random stuff?
Yes, you can. Except I won't be able to like assure you when I'll be able to respond. So because of like but yeah, I can. I'll respond. I'll respond. I might just like maybe schedule a call, 5 minutes video call, make corrections, and I can do that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have an amazing week. Please practice more, copy more, and make more clients and make more money. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Yeah.
First class, you listened all through. Congratulations for what you do. All right, guys. Have a wonderful life ahead. Bye.